All right, my beautiful people, here are the ingredients that we are using in our meal today. We are making lasagna. Okay, I guess it's not lasagna because I'm not using the lasagna noodles, I'm using these, but we still gonna call it lasagna. But we have our noodles, we have some onions, some parsley, some garlic. We got our pasta sauce, some tomato paste, some mozzarella cheese, parmesan, some mixed four cheese. That's gonna go on the top of the lasagna. We got our ricotta, some onion powder, some Creole, some garlic, some smoked paprika, and our secret, it's not drugs, y'all, it's that don't help none that I can't remember what it is, Italian seasoning. It's Italian seasoning, I promise y'all that's what that is. Then we got our Italian sausage and our hamburger that we're gonna half and half mix that up together. But here we go, one more look for y'all. This is gonna be so delicious. I cannot wait to eat this. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, y'all, the first step is putting all the cheeses into a bowl. I did about a cup of each cheese, and it's gonna be the mozzarella cheese, the parmesan cheese, and the ricotta. There's no particular order that you need to put them in the bowl. Just make sure all three of those are in the bowl. And the next thing that we're gonna add to the bowl is our egg. And last but not least, we're gonna add some parsley into it. I did about a tablespoon of parsley. And it's up to you, whatever you feel, taste-wise. And just mix those up real good. We're gonna make sure that all those cheeses are mixed well together. And we're gonna see the final product here in a second. Should be super ooey gooey. Now we are adding our Italian sausage to the pan. I did the Italian sausage first because it's kind of hard to break that meat up, and you want to break it up as much as possible because you want to incorporate it with the hamburger. So I am doing that now, just as getting it into as small as pieces as possible before I add the hamburger. Once the hamburger is added, I'm doing the same thing, just making sure I'm getting it into small pieces and just making sure that it's all mixed up very well together. Now the next thing we're jumping into is our seasoning. The first seasoning that I'm putting in there is the garlic powder. The next one is some onion powder. Now y'all are going to season to your heart's content. I didn't really put any measurements. Here's the Creole Seasoning. But you just want to make sure that the meat is covered completely, because then you know every bite you take has flavor. There goes some smoked paprika and our Italian seasoning in there. So all those seasonings that I mentioned before have all been put in. Here comes our chopped onions, and we're gonna see the minced garlic going in there. And we are mixing, just making sure everything is mixed well together. Once our meat gets to that brown and that done stage, we're adding in our tomato sauce, and our tomato paste is also going in after we've sauced it up. As you can see, I added about a can and a half of the tomato sauce, and the paste I did about maybe 2 tablespoons of that. Once that's all done, it is time for the fun, y'all. We're putting it in our pan. I just put a little bit of the meat sauce on the bottom. And I also mixed the meat sauce with the noodles that I had done for this. So now you're just going to see me layer. And it's up to you how many layers you want to do of this. It could be 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, and it's also depending on how big your pan is that you're putting it in. But mine, I did about 2 layers. I'm only going to show you guys the first layer because it's just really repetitive. So the bottom layer is going to be your meat sauce with the noodles. And after you have that to the way you want it, you're going to go ahead and go in with the cheese sauce. And you're just going to make sure that the cheese is everywhere because who doesn't love cheese? We got to make it cheesy. So just put it on there, spread it as good as you can. This sauce, well, the cheese is a little bit, thick. So got to really work with it to get it to spread all over the pasta. And that's just what I'm doing here. And like I said before, you just want to make sure the entire pan is covered with the cheese because you want cheese in every bite along with the meat sauce in every bite. Now, once you've got all your layers done, you can go ahead and add some cheese on top. I decided to do Parmesan on top instead of the 4 cheeses. I didn't actually use that cheese at all, but it's totally up to you what kind of cheese you want to put on top of yours. You can make it extra cheesy, light on the cheese, whatever you want to do. I popped that bad boy in the oven, and now it is golden and ready to serve. So I'm cutting out a big old chunk so you guys can see that beautiful finished product. It is so gooey. You could just see the steam coming off of there. Look at that goo, y'all. Cheesy, cheesy. So delicious. So simple to make. This will for sure please any crowd you bring it to. And to top it off, you got to put a little bit of green on there to make it pop. So we're just adding a little bit of parsley. And that's that, y'all. We did that thing. So simple, so easy. Ready to eat. Look at how beautiful it is. Shining in the lights, glistening. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming to visit me again.